County ma Bondo, Mbalariany ma Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Just mantie Bondo e county ma Siaya dhi nyime gi loso project mar pidho silkworms ka achiel gi olemo miluongo ni murei ma itiyo godo kaka chiemo negi. Mopogore gi jopur mamoko e piny Kenya, Mbalariany no temo tiyo machiegni gi jopur ma Siaya e pith no ma bero yuto gi. Cleophas Oluoch miwaler.
Kaine Mbalariany ma Jaramogi Oginga Odinga e bade mantie boma ma Siaya. Olemoni mar murei e maruaki. Opidho lemoni e puodho maromo eka 35. Igeno ni olemoni biro ti godo e pidho kudni mag silkworms.
A single stem must have at least 3 buds. Now, the lower part, which is always referred to as the axial region, must be cut in a slanting manner. When you do the cutting in the slanting manner, it's able to penetrate deep into the soil. Now, why do we have to do this? Is for easy penetration. And apart from the easy penetration, then you try by all means not to make some kind of injury on the bark. Because if the bark is injured, it will not be able to establish the roots. And therefore, this particular stem will dry.
Mae en olemo ma olosi e kar timo nonro kendo kawo mana dweche adek kende mondo nyag.
The mulberry plants have not been grown in this region, and for that reason we are trying to also perfect the agronomic conditions for them, but also identifying the right variety or the right type that can give us the best yield in terms of the leaf, dry matter leaf, because the silkworm itself is fed on the dry leaf.
Jopur mawuok Nyanza nyalo yudo yuto mamalo ahinya kaluwore gi pith mar olemoni. Ka Mbalariany ma Jaramogi Oginga Odinga ikore mar nyiewo kowuok kuomgi.
It's just by growing the mulberry plant itself, they would then supply the university, because you have set up the processes here, right? And they are okay, they are working for us.
You just simply cook like the way you cook sukuma wiki, and you feed on it. Apart from using it as a vegetable, these leaves can also be processed to give us the tea leaves that you can be able to take.
Olemoni kelo yuto e yore mopogore opogore ka iteni gi tich maduong' e pith mar silkworms. Kaka koro achiel kuom jotim nonro e Mbalariany ma Jaramogi Oginga Odinga lero.
The way this particular silkworm is enjoying feeding on this particular leaf, they will eat on this particular leaf until there's nothing left. What you'll be able to see is just the veins and the main leaf stalk. Nothing will remain. So once they have reached the last insta, that's the stage when we say that this particular silkworms are now ready to start to produce the silk itself.
Mae kama kudni mag silkworms bedoe kendo golo tol maromo kilomita 6.
In a single cocoon, it coils itself and it forms a length of 6 kilometers long silk fiber. So this cocoon is made of a 6 kilometer long.
But the dead cocoons can also be crushed to form feed for livestock and even fish. So this is the beauty of this worm also. Apart from producing the silk that you need to market and is very high value fiber, it can also be used for something else.
Penjo maduong' en ni, ere kaka inyalo gol kudni mar silkworm kama odolore?
Process of removing this felt fiber, we call it reeling, and we use a special machine to do the reeling. But we are trying to train the farmers that you don't need a very expensive equipment to do the reeling. You can just use a homemade equipment whereby you simply boil your water, use your warm water, you dip this thing into warm water, and it will be able to see the end of the fiber. And you just simply use a normal loom, which we learned of in the lower primary, which we believe the women around here will be able to adopt. Now, this is what we get, and this is purely what we call the cocoons.
Jopur moikore donjo e pithni ni kod thuolo mar loso omenda kokalo e pithni mana e puodho ma gin godo.
From one hectare of land on an annual basis, you'd be generating not less than about $3,000 when you start now. When we start now producing enough of the silk material itself, so you can see, if you are talking of not less than $3,000 per year, that's a substantial amount.
En pith maka japuro kao to loko ngimane kokalo kuom chiro moikore mar silkworm. Cleophas Oluoch, Ramogi TV.
Erokamano.